What's going on, everybody? I've got my riding lawnmower here that's got some service issues that are needed that are way overdue. One of those is the lift point for the deck on this side is rotted out. So I ended up putting a ratcheting tie strap for this side of the deck, which works pretty decent, believe it or not. On this side, it's still hooked, so I can still adjust it here. I just have to adjust the other side with this. And another thing here, so this bearing is just completely gone. There's the inner race, there's the outer race. And believe it or not, I've cut the grass twice already like this. And it seems to work okay, but I figure I better change it. And it's hard to say what else I'll find once I get into this. Let me get this thing raised up where we can look at it and get this stuff a little easier. I got a tie strap on the front here. Should hold it enough where I can back the tractor out from under it. That got my heart pumping really fast for just a second. What the problem was these tires was stuck in the bucket. So I was expecting it to just roll out nice and easy, but where it was kind of wedged in the bucket. That's why it popped out all at once. My heart went into my throat for just a second. Also, I do not recommend doing this at home by any means. If you're going to work on this stuff, you probably should have the appropriate lifts just for whatever it is that you're working on. There's my disclaimer. There is another issue this thing's having. When you're going forward or reverse, the hydrostatic transmission in this thing, they're notorious for going out, especially if they get used a lot on hills or they're old. This one is pretty old, pushing 20 years or give or take. So this one, well, it moves okay, but it doesn't go well on a hill. Like, it will pull it, but you almost have to be barely on it. It seems like it pulls better if you're just slightly trying to accelerate versus trying to go full speed. It lugs the engine down, but it just, like, it won't hardly go. It still moves. It just goes better at a medium to light pedal press. So looking at this drive belt, like I said, this tractor's probably 20 years old, and I highly doubt this belt. Actually, I'm almost 100% sure this belt's never been changed. Look at that. So there's something that I gotta add to the list. Hopefully that'll take care of the not wanting to go full speed. Let me go ahead and get this deck off here. Get my trusty ratchet strap off here. And get this one right here. So I got this cable right here, which is for the blade engagement pulley. This is one of the things that I have that neglect maintenance on quite regularly. I'll swing that out, and then that should drop out like that. What I'm thinking I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to take some flat bar and put across the inside of it. Man, this still seems pretty good. I think I'll put a piece of flat bar across it over to here. Put a couple bolts in it, and then I'll weld another piece of flat bar or angle up and kind of make it like this one so that I can attach the lift point for the right side to this side of the deck. This belt don't look too bad. I'm thinking this one was replaced not too long ago, if I can remember. Here's what you get if you neglect cleaning your deck regularly. That's more of what it's supposed to look like. I think this blade's bent because right there it passes whatever it's hitting on, which I think is the bucket. But right there, that side hits it. I'll be surprised if this don't break trying to get this nut off. Let's see what happens. Very nice. Wasn't expecting that. So my box of spare parts, I didn't have one that fits this, so I'm gonna have to order these two pulleys right here. They come in as a set, get them from Amazon. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and jump over here and grab this drive belt, get it off so I can measure it and make sure I get the right one ordered for it. All right, here's the drive belt. I'm trying to get the took off so we can get this thing swapped out. I gotta get it off here first and measure it just to make sure. Look how much slop is in that. That's crazy. I mean, I know the part brake set. I know that's, I guess whenever you depress the brake, it disengages this, but man. I get things had to lick. You gotta take this thing all the way down because these guards that will not let the belt come off. It goes around the steering shaft. So this nut has to come off, this gear has to come off, and the shaft needs to raise up so this belt will come out. And here I thought it was going to be kind of simple. Going up. Okay, I take it back. That wasn't really that bad. It's still kind of crazy, but wasn't that bad. Alright, here's the next obstacle. And these are kind of set up the same way. So you got these guards that I don't really want to bend. So really the way I think you should probably do it is if you take the nuts off, drop the pulleys down. So here's those drive belt pulleys. This one here, this one looks pretty good. I don't see any excessive wear. If you look real close, you can see how this is a little thinner than this one. And I think they'll go either way. This one, you can see where it's chewed up along this edge right here real good. But this side's nice and smooth, so what I'm going to do is just flip it upside down, and that way the belt, where the belt's been riding on this one, now it'll ride more on this one. And then the last pulley to get it off is at the transmission, and we'll pop that one off, and then that should be it. The fan's a little loose. I just pulled this snap ring off, which was on the top of the shaft. They held this on, that sat on top of the pulley, and then now you can see the belt is off. All right, I got this belt on order, but look how bad that is. Wow. Yeah, that needs replaced. All right. You can see this better than me. It's around the rear pulley. Now we'll get it up through these upper pulleys here. So these two idler pulleys are on, and the belt's aligned where it's supposed to be. So now we'll move up here, take it back through the steering shaft, which I already got it pushed up here, and run it on through, put the steering shaft down, put this gear on it. And we'll get the crankshaft pulley put back on, and that'll take care of the drive belt. That should take care of the drive belt. If you'll remember before how much slop was on that belt, this one looks a whole lot better. Not hanging down nearly as much, not nearly as much slack in it. Moving back to my deck now, I'll try to get this fixed up. On a little closer inspection, I've noticed I'm starting to get some small cracks around this lift point on the other side. And right here's some more. So I'll try to clean those up and maybe just V them out and weld them up a little bit. For now, I think that'll hold what I need it to do. Got me a couple of welds on these cracks right here, and I'll let that cool off, and I'll spray some anti-corrosion spray on it. Try to get this here fixed, get my new lift support put in. I'm gonna take this arm right here off and cut this piece down and set it over this whole area, and then I'll drill these back out, put the arm on this, and then I'll drill 2 holes in this and bolt it to the deck. The underside of this deck is just eat out with rust. I mean, it's cratered, you can feel it all. It is nothing like that. So, I mean, I hope this works. That's the only thing I got, only idea I got other than putting another deck on it. I'm gonna cut this right here, that way I got a good amount of metal on both sides to bolt into here, and I'm not right up on the hole. Now I'm going to orient the deck back around and slide it back under the lawnmower. Go ahead and hook this one up, and that way I can kind of see where the other one falls and kind of mock up how I need the other bracket here to set on this plate. Until I got down here and started trying to line up a bracket, I forgot that I had the old piece that come off of it. And I'm kind of glad, because there's a rod that runs up here, right here, that I don't have. So now I can use the original. It just broke off around this weld at the bottom. But instead of me trying to just put it in that hole and weld around this edge, which you could, I'm going to probably cut all this off and make a nice flat surface on the bottom, and I'm just going to weld it to this plate that I got bolted. Not too bad. Let me try the true test here. Yeah, it'll work. All right, let's throw these pulleys on. I'm gonna throw some grease in these. I found a grease fitting on this one right here. I'll hit it, and I got one on the other side I'm gonna hit. I know I've never greased those. I got it all hooked up. It was just a reversal of a removal, but the only difference was this side has this arm now, which had the same as the other one. I gotta find me a cotter pin for this hole here, and then I'm going to, it looks like it's kicked a little bit, and this may be off some, but I don't think it's enough to hurt anything. That one's pushed forward just a touch too, but really I'm going to level this deck up. The other side of the deck is probably half this, so I'm going to lower this down and maybe bring that one up a little bit and try to get this deck level. That looks pretty good. Come out here and look. Kind of look across it. All right, let me get it off of here and we'll fire it up and see if it stays together. See what it does when you raise it up and down, how it looks. Yeah, looks pretty good. I gotta get some new blades. These are trash, but I'm gonna run them for now. That's wide open right there. Let's see what it does coming up to the drive. All the way to the floor, but you can hear it lugging the engine. Either way, it's better than it was. I'm surprised that belt didn't break. Pretty good, working good. Drive belt's working good. The drive belt don't necessarily feel any better, but it still functions just as good as it always has. So, no nollie. Yep. So, that's that. Till next time, thanks for watching.